Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of short bet football analysis and predictions. Okay, today is another beautiful Saturday morning. Actually, the first day of June, a very brand new month, and I want to wish you the very best of it. All right, happy new month, and welcome to today's prediction. And we do have a lot of games. It is a Saturday, and a greater number of football games going on today. But we made a selections amongst these games that are going on today, and we brought forward for you. Remember, also today is a very big day, in that it is the final day for UEFA Champions League. We have Borussia Dortmund who will be up against Real Madrid. It promises to be a very exciting encounter. It's a very big match, and it happened to be the biggest match for the day. All right. That game and amongst some other games, that we brought forward for you in Betkraft. But in a short while, we'll be looking at these games one after the other and making a possible, verdict for these very encounters. But before we do that, for those of us who are coming across our video for the very first time, if you've not, subscribed in the past, kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right here so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be up, on this channel on a daily basis. All right, without further ado, let's head to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the very first game. It is in Norway, where we have a Norway First Division, where we have Henkam who will be up against Brann. Henkam have been able to win two. As usual, we take a look at how both sides fared, in the recent encounters, and then we will take it down to how they fared from the home and away perspective. So, looking at Henkam in the past recent 6 games, they've been able to win 2 out of it, and they've also had 4 losses, out of those 6 games. Okay, and the away side, Brann have been able to win 4 out of those 6 that they played on the recent occasion, and they also had 2 losses amongst those 6 games. And you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective. You can see that Hamkam have been able to win 3 games out of the past 10 home games. They've also lost 6, and have had 1 draw in the past 10 home games. All right, and they've been able to win 30% of their home games. On the other side, the away side have been able to manage 5 wins out of 10. They've also had 2 draws. They also had 3 draws, as well as 2 losses in the past 10 away games they've had so far. It goes to show that they've been able to win 50% of their away games, and they're doing better than the home side at the moment. Even though we saw Hamkam defeating Bodo Glimt, the last time they met by 1-0 from home. We do expect Brann, who has been flying, winning their home matches. They've been able to win 80% of their home matches, and also they've won 50% of their away matches. So we do expect the away side, Brann, who has also been very dominant in their head-to-head proceedings, seeing that head-to-head proceedings have always seen Brann defeating this side. In the past 10 head-to-head meetings, have seen in the past 9 head-to-head meetings, have seen Brann defeating this side on on 6 occasions. All right, and Hamkam having the upper hand just on 1 occasion, and there will be the other ones being a draw. So it is Brann who has been doing so well, and we also saw Brann winning this side last month by 1-0, and also winning again prior to that by 2-0 from our way. So we do expect away side Brann, who has been dominant of this head-to-head proceedings, to win outrightly in this very one. Away win, that's our verdict for that very game, and that takes us to the next game. And the next game also happened to be in Norway, but Norway Second Division, Group 2, where we have a Strømmen who will be up against a Strømmen. Strømmen have been able to win 1 out of the past 6 games. They've also had 5 losses as well. And the away side, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 4 wins as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games ahead so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side have been able to win 7 out of the past 10 home games. They've also had 3 losses, alongside. And the away side have been able to manage, 6 wins from away. They've also had, 3 losses and 1 draw playing from away. All right. But when you look at that, you see that these 2 teams are doing very well. They're scoring a lot of goals at the moment. And we take a look at how much goals that was scored in the past 10 home games for the home side. You could see that out of those 10 home games, they've been able to achieve a scoreline that is over 2.5 on 8 occasions, and also the away side have as well achieved a high scoreline on 8 occasions out of 10. So 80% of the home matches have produced over 2.5. 80% of the away matches have also produced over 2.5, and that makes our verdict easy. We do expect to see over 2.5 appearing in this one. It is at least minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter. That's our verdict for that very game, and that takes us to the next. And the next happen to be in Nigeria, where we'll have Remo Stars who will be up against Kano Pillars. Remo Stars have been able to win 3 in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And the away side, Kano Pillars have had just 2 wins out of the past 6. They've also lost 4 out of those 6 games that they have played so far. And we know that Nigerian League, what is very, very prominent, it is home side always winning. And the traveling fans find it difficult to do anything, especially when they travel to the very far side. Okay, and when you take a look at how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Remo Stars in the past 10 home games have actually won all the 10 home games they played so far. They've been able to defeat Bender Insurance, Aqua United, Niger Tornadoes, Enyimba, Bayelsa, and the last was Rivers United. They were able to defeat any team traveling to that side, always collect. All right, and the away side, Kano Pillars in the past 10 away games have been able to manage 3 wins. But 3 draws also, but they have also had 7 losses in the past 10 away games they've had so far. They've not been able to win a single match from away in the past 10, but they have had 3 draws and they have lost 7 out of those 10 games. So we put all that together, coming to a side who has always won their home games. So we do expect the home side, Remo Stars, who has always been winning their home matches, to rise to the occasion in this one. Win outrightly. There is some win. That's our verdict for that very game. And that will take us to the next game. And the next game is in Ecuador Primera Division, where we have UCAS who will be up against Mbabura. And UCAS in the past 6 have been able to manage 3 wins as well as 3 losses. And the away side, Mbabura, on the other hand, I've seen 1 win in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw. And I've also seen 4 losses in the past 6 games I've had so far. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, UCAS, have been able to win 70% of their home matches. They've won 7 out of 10. They've also had 1 loss and 2 draws playing from home in their past 10 home games. And the away side, on the other hand, Mbabura have managed just 2 wins from away. They've also had 3 draws also, and as well as 5 losses playing from away. So when you put all that together, the home side is expected to rise to the occasion. They seem that they've won majority of their home games. And also the head-to-head proceeding for both sides, even though the last time both teams met was in 2017, we do so see UCAS being very dominant in the head-to-head proceeding, seeing that they've been able to win about 6 out of 10 in the past 10 head-to-head for both sides. And the last time they met saw UCAS defeating this side from away by 2-1 actually. And we do expect that the home side, UCAS, who has been doing very well at home at the moment, to rise to the occasion to win outrightly in this very game. It is a win. That's our value for that very encounter. And that will take us to the next game for the day. And the next game for the day happen to be in Sweden, First Division, where we have Broma Pokana, who will be up against Malmo. Broma Pokana in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 1 win out of those 6 games they've had so far. And they've also had 5 losses in the past 6 games that they have played so far. And their away side, Malmo, on the other hand, have been able to win 4 games in the past 6 games they've had so far. And they've also had 2 losses in the past 6 encounters that they've had. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, Broma Pokana, have been able to win 6 games in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 2 draws in the past 10 home games I've had so far. And away side, Malmo have been able to manage 7 wins from away. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 away games that they have had so far. And we all know that Malmo is a very strong side, especially when they're playing in the Swedish league. They've been doing very well at the moment. And when you put all that together, we know that Malmo is having the upper hand. And looking at their head-to-head proceedings, recent head-to-head meetings, which happened in October last year, we saw Malmo defeating the side from home by 2-1. And prior to that, in April last year as well, Malmo defeated from away by 2-0. We also saw Malmo defeating them from away in 2018 by 3-0. And Malmo have been very, very dominant, have won in 9 games out of 10 of meeting this team. Okay, their head-to-head meetings have always been Malmo, very, very dominant. And also, Broma Pokana have not been able to win any in the past 10. They've also managed just 1 draw in the past 10 meetings with Malmo. and it goes to show that Malmo is expected to win, and winning our side winning is actually on the cards in this very one. It is our side to win outrightly. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next game, which happened to be the last game and also the biggest game for the day. And it is the UEFA Champions League game final against Borussia Dortmund coming up against Real Madrid. Borussia Dortmund in the past 6 have been able to win 4 games. They've also had 2 losses, and their way side Real Madrid have won 4, and they've had 2 draws in the past 6 encounters they've had so far. And taking it down to how both sides fared, we see that home side Borussia Dortmund have been able to win 7 games in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And the away side, on the other hand, Real Madrid have been able to achieve 5 wins playing from away. They've also had 5 draws. They've not lost any away match, even though this match is actually played in a neutral ground. And we'll take a look at how they fared in the recent occasions. We could see that for Borussia Dortmund, we could see that in the past 20 games for Borussia Dortmund have actually produced a lot of goals. The past 20 games for Borussia Dortmund have produced an average of 3 goals in the past per game. In the past 20 games they've had so far, and also Real Madrid in the past 20 have also produced an average of 3.55 goals per game in the past 20 games they've had so far. It goes to show that for both sides, they're scoring a lot of goals, and each of their matches have always seen 3 goals minimal in all the encounters. So we do expect a lot of goals flying in this one, seeing that head-to-head meetings also for both sides have always seen over 2.5. The last 4 times both sides met, saw the scoreline seeing over 2.5, and even though Madrid defeated them, that was in 2017 by 3 goals to 2, and also first of all defeating them by 3 goals to 1 from away, and also winning them from home. So in this encounter always producing a lot of goals, so we do expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this very game. All right, and for me, personal opinion, I do expect to see Dortmund winning outright in this very game, and I don't expect them losing out to Madrid. Seeing how they played out against Atletico Madrid and also against Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg. So Dortmund side that is having a very good attacking prowess. So we do expect in this very game our value is actually over 2.5, but personally I expect to see Dortmund not losing out, either winning or drawing this very encounter. All right, my value is over 2.5. Remember that. All right, that concludes our predictions for today on Betkraft. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. And also remember, tomorrow is another day, and we're going to come up here with our predictions. But also remember to play safe, bet responsibly with the amount that you can afford to lose. It is not. It's only a football game. It is not a do or die affair. Don't put all your fortunes in one bet expecting to see a win. It is a football game, and it can go either way. Remember that. And tomorrow again we're going to see. But until then, keep winning.